It is race weekend, which means it is time to get our predictions in for the race and qualifyings. And this weekend we are getting treated to another sprint weekend, which means we are going to be predicting both qualifyings and both races. Before I get into my own predictions, let me know what way you think the weekend is going to unfold right down in the comments, as well as make sure to hit that follow button and keep up to date with all my reactions throughout the race weekend. I think we all know the obvious choices between the top three are always going to be Max, Piastri and Lando Norris, but they could be in any order. And like last weekend, we could see an upset which saw George Russell absolutely dominate in the race. So let's get started with the sprint qualifying, which is going to be on tomorrow on Friday. I think it is going to be a papaya 1-2. I think it'll be Lando Norris on Piastri and then followed by Max Verstappen in P3. As you can see, that does hurt me to say because I'm obviously a Max fan. We do, however, know Papaya do not have team orders. So I think these two are going to battle it out again because they both are racing for that championship. I think Max is then going to sneak on and get the win in the sprint race. And then I think followed by Piastri and Lando. And now on to the main event. I think we're going to see another great performance in the main race qualifying on Saturday by Mr. Max Verstappen, and I do think he's going to get pole, and I do think then he will get followed by both Papayas again, but I think it's going to be Piastri P2 and Lando P3. And then the all-important Sunday race. So we will start with P3 this time. Let's build a bit of suspense, I guess. It pains me to say, but I do think my Max is going to probably lose a few positions, but I think he'll manage to hold out P3 like he usually does when he is in P3. I then think in P2 we're going to have Oscar Piastri, and my P1 winner of Sunday's race. It's probably going to be a bit out there, but not too out there after last weekend. And I think you can cop on to who I'm going to say after I've said that. I think with the heat in Singapore last weekend and the heat wave that is coming to Texas this week, I think we are going to see another masterclass by the Mr. George Russell himself, who will work his way up when everyone else is battling, and I do think he's going to win this weekend again. And I think after the few years we've had of Mercedes kind of struggling, it would be very good to see a Mercedes back-to-back win. So let's see how much I get right this weekend, and let's see how much you guys get right down in the comments. So nothing much more to say, then let's get racing.